Watch the fireworks. Ah!
This might just be my small sprout brain talking, but I feel like we can't go 3 weeks without a new in-game event, and after experiencing the horror that was the Moonfair jumping puzzle, a palate cleanser was definitely needed. The latest event in Final Fantasy XIV is the Rising, an annual event that celebrates the game rising from the dead of 1.0 and becoming the game we know and love today. It involves fireworks, games, celebrations, heartfelt letters, all the while you're treated to music that really fits the festive mood.
Is there a calamity on the way?
So like all in-game events, we get a short story to play through. These stories are usually very grounded. You'll be dealing with people's problems around the event, which after playing the MSQ, they can seem like pointless side quests. But I actually enjoy the change of pace. Sometimes you need to help someone just regain their confidence, rather than every quest be go kill god number 422. Our story begins in Alda, where we speak to everyone's favourite reporter, Kippa Jakya, who you may remember from the recent Make It Rain event, where she interviewed the man, the myth, the legend,
Godbert.
She explains that her brother Nagi became an adventurer just like you, but they were due to meet and he's not showing up. So we ask around and we find out he was actually sent to escort a carriage to Alda. We find Nagi in the carriage in the outskirts, and he's being bullied by a gang of Lalafels. Nagi, I think you need to retire. We scare off the Lalafels by just existing. I mean, no wonder they ran away. Have you seen Desmond? He's crazy. It turns out the carriage was delivering the letters you see around you in the letter forest. I kept thinking these were the flag of England.
Come on, England!
Nagi's client, the Wandering Minstrel, thanks you for helping deliver the letters. But Nagi's disappointed in himself. He wants to not have to rely on others if he's to become a great adventurer. He also wants to earn Kippa's approval. Am I detecting a hint of sister complex? Kippa doesn't agree with Nagi wanting to do everything alone and tells him he can't be an adventurer anymore unless he can win her over. Isn't that what he's been trying to do this whole time? She basically just wants him to realise he can't do everything alone. So we go look for Nagi and he starts yelling about how amazing his sister is and how he's such a burden for her. I'm starting to feel like a family counsellor. Just call me the Counsellor of Light. Nagi wants to speak to someone who isn't an adventurer but knows a lot about them and can give some sage advice about his situation. Enter Momodi, the best character in the game. I don't care what you say, this is a fact. She is the best, I will kill for her. So we pay Momodi a visit and we tell her about Nagi's situation, and as always, she gives us her words of wisdom. Kid? You should just give it up. She asked Nagi if he would simply give up being an adventurer if he couldn't win his sister over. She even asked me why I chose to be an adventurer, and I feel like the options we get here are us actually being asked, why did you start playing Final Fantasy XIV? I wanted to see the world of Final Fantasy XIV. It seemed like an exciting MMO. Did you know that the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV has a free trial and includes the entire... Of course I chose the it's a secret option. I don't get to talk to Momodi much these days, so you know, I've got to tease her a little bit. Nagi realises that he doesn't need his sister's approval for being an adventurer. All he wanted was to help people in need. We even get a nice flashback between the two siblings which shows that it was Kippa's reporting work that Nagi first heard of adventurers and why he wanted to become one. Nagi finally learns that he'll have to rely on others to make it as an adventurer. Trust me kid, you're going to need at least 7 strong friends to clear the content in this game. And so, Nagi sets off on his next job as an adventurer, and a scene that's very reminiscent of when we first left Alda in the airship and we set off on our own never-ending adventure.
Watch the fireworks. Ah!
But before everything's concluded, we get our traditional headache and we find ourselves transported to another world. Why am I on an airship? Why is no one driving it? Is this an internal dialogue? I can't see the end of the horizon. Yoshi P, is that you? Yes, the man himself is here to talk to you. And once again, thank you for supporting the game and the team who make it possible. I really wasn't expecting it, but this is a really cool moment, and it just shows you how much the team care about the players. Once you've chatted to Yoshi P, you finish the quest, and you get rewarded with the event exclusive mount, the Phoenix. And Alphino and Alzir are gonna freak next time I see them. We now have access to the letter forest and you can actually read a bunch of letters there. I didn't realise at first, but after reading 4 of them I figured out that these are actually in-game messages from the developers. From the writers to the artists that make the game possible. It's such a nice wee find for them to do. And there's also a letter from the theatre composer. I wonder who that is. He sounds like a cool guy. We also get this minigame that is essentially Breakout, but sideways. You have to bounce your balls off the walls. Say that 5 times fast. You have to bounce them off the walls and try to destroy all the enemies before they get to you. It's a fun wee game the first time you play, but once you beat it, you won't want to do it again. Unless you're crazy and you want to beat your high score. But there's also another storyline where you help this Lalafell write a biography about Louis Soir. It doesn't take long to finish, but it gives you some extra lore about him and the days leading up to the Calamity, and how he brought the leaders of Alda, Gordani and Limsa together to stop the Empire. You should definitely check it out. Like with most events, this was my first time experiencing the Rising, but from what I've heard, the event has been positively received. People enjoyed the storyline, the new Phoenix mount, and there's also the Moogle vendors selling items that you normally can't get, as long as you grind out some dungeons and raids to earn the irregular tombstones. I have been doing Praetorium for the last 3 days. I've lost control of my life. If you want to see me playing through another endgame event, check out this video here, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.